Okay, Elva, please share with us how you learned to write.
Well, I'm still learning how to write, but here's my story. My parents were born in the United States and spoke Spanish only. My grandparents were from Mexico, looking for a better future for their families. When I was born, I could not speak but only Spanish baby talk, and all the way to kindergarten. And then the teachers tried to teach me English, but it was very difficult for me to speak. And the other problem I see is that I never did learn how to read and write in Spanish. So I don't know if maybe that's a problem that I have for writing. And so I'll talk about my parents. My parents were only elementary educated people. My father went to the 3rd grade and my mother went to the 6th grade. Throughout my elementary education, I was given speech therapy. I always had problems in writing and struggled throughout kinder through 12th grade. But I always knew I wanted to go to Del Mar College. I wanted to be the first in my family to get a college education. My long-term goal was to get an associate's degree from Del Mar College, but my destiny was to get married at 16 years of age and drop out from high school. I had 2 sons. I graduated from Miller a year later after I was scheduled. So back in 1987, I decided to go back to Del Mar and see if I could get me a degree. And so I struggled. I did not know what kind of degree, but I didn't know what kind of degree I wanted, but I knew I wanted to get one. I knew it wasn't going to be an English degree because of my weakness in writing. And so I thought, okay, what is my strength? And my strength was numbers. So I wanted to go and get me a degree, maybe in business administration, dealing with numbers, and I did get it. And so then I decided to come here and continue my accounting, my business administration, focusing on accounting. And so then I finished my degree, my bachelor's, and so I got hired here. And so I still wanted to go to have classes, and I ran out of just regular classes that did not require writing, and so I decided to go into the psychology program, master's program. And the first semester, the professor told me that I had to improve my writing, which I knew, and so I quit. Then I decided to go into the public administration master's program. And Dr. Below, the first semester I had Dr. Below, and on my first paper he said I had to improve my writing again. So I knew that. So then my second class I took with Dr. Rios, and she told me the same thing. I had to improve my writing. And so I told her that I was going to go and take some writing classes in the English department because I didn't know who else to turn to. And so I took Dr. Gardner the first, and so in her class, we had the major project was supposed to do some kind of a proposal, a need for my department, and I work here in nursing. And so I talked to my director, I talked to my dean, and I talked to a business coordinator, and asked him if I could do a proposal with their help. And so with their help, I wrote it, and the class was over. And that proposal went all the way to President Ferguson, and I got that money. And I was asking for $72,815, and I got it. And since then, that was like 4 years ago, and I'm still getting it. Every September, I get that money. And so it kind of built my confidence in my writing. My second class, I took it with Dr. Garza, and we had to write the major project was to write something about ourselves. And so I decided to do a paper on the barriers I've had, trying to get my education. And so anyway, I wrote it, and there it was my own credit because on the first paper I had to kind of collaborative writing with the rest of my department, and on this one I did it on my own, and it was all the barriers I have had. And so after the class, Dr. Garza told me to try to get it published. And so since then, it kind of built my writing skills, and I have improved, but I'm still learning how to write because I still have problems writing.